Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. I'm Stan Gravois. I have had the privilege over the last couple of years of going out to Talbot Hall on the campus of Nicholls State University and watching their Hall of Fame and their Hall of distinction honors that they do there for great alumni, but even people who are not alumni of Nicholls, people who have contributed, and they go into the Hall of Distinction as to being guys that we don't ever want to forget related to Nicholls State University. It's a tremendous thing that they do on a yearly basis, and it's done by nominations. And that's why I'm here today to tell you that you can nominate somebody related to the Nicholls State Athletic Hall of Fame and the Nicholls State Hall of Distinction. So let me read the presser so that you understand what this is all about. The Nicholls State University Athletic Department is now requesting applications for the 2025 Nicholls Athletic Hall of Fame and Hall of Distinction classes, which recognizes the athletic accomplishments of past student athletes and coaches, as well as major contributors to the organizations that have promoted, enhanced, and elevated the state of Colonel's athletics. Nominations for both honors are open until August 24th. So you got probably, a little bit over 3 weeks to get that in. The induction ceremony will take place on the morning of the Saturday, October 25th game, where the Colonels take on McNeese State in football. You need to know exactly what the sort of parameters are for this, obviously what the rules and regulations are. So here we go. To be considered for induction into the Nicholls Athletic Hall of Fame as an athlete, the nominee must have lettered for 2 years in a varsity sport, demonstrated superb athletic performance, and maintained a positive image of themselves and the university, among others. For a coach, the candidate must have coached or been on staff at Nicholls for at least 3 years with his or her teams, maintaining a positive image of the university. Nominees must be 5 years removed from competition of their active careers. So, example, it's not going to be long before a guy like Tim Rebowe is put into this thing, right? He's not eligible right now. He's not 5 years removed from coaching over at Nicholls State University. But trust me, when Coach Rebowe is 5 years removed, I think he will be a first ballot Hall of Fame inductee into this particular Hall of Fame. So if you're thinking of somebody out there, lettered 2 years, they are not already in that Hall of Fame, and you think they are deserving, it's very easy. You go to www.gocolonels.com. GEAUX, colonels.com, and there is a form there. All you have to do, you're going to see Hall of Fame at the top. You click on it, and you see a bunch of Hall of Famers from the last 2 years, Athletic Hall of Famers. I actually see Cassidy Barrios right there in the middle. You can nominate those folks, and that's how they get in. They're looking for that, and it has to be in by August 4th, excuse me. The Hall of Distinction, so let's talk about that just a little bit. The Hall of Distinction, to be a candidate there, you have to have you don't need to have attended, you do not need to attend Nicholls necessarily. You must have distinguished yourself as a service and leadership person by playing an active role in supporting Colonel's athletics. The prospect, meaning whoever you may choose, may have demonstrated a strong commitment to the department's success via one particular accomplishment, or through a sustained or exemplary, say that, tough for me, record of service and support over the course of many years. Again, the deadline to submit for both of these honors is August 24th. The Hall of Fame nomination form, along with a full list of guidelines and qualifications, can be found at gocolonels.com. That picture you are seeing there is from last year. That would be 2024, and the year before that, 2023. Again, the Hall of Distinction does not mean you necessarily have to be a graduate of Nicholls. You just have to have done something in your life that really supports and helps Nicholls out. Go to gocolonels.com if you can think of somebody that fits that bill. Another thing that happened related to Nicholls State University, speaking of all-time greats who played there, The baseball program, and when I say the baseball program, guys who used to be in that baseball program yearly get together down in Cocodrie for an alumni, and they did just that this past weekend. It was the Nicholls Baseball 2025 alumni reunion down, and I'm not going to give away the camp that they do it at, but those guys have a terrific time. 40+ individuals attended the reunion this year. And not only that, I mean, you know, you had the athletic director, JT, actually go down there and talk to them, JT Terrell. So just a nice event that they do on a yearly basis. A big kudos goes out to both Matt Bergeron and Tim Email. They are the guys who are the catalysts of this and sort of put it together. And it is open to any alumni that played baseball over at Nicholls State University. You have some Hall of Famers actually in that picture right there, but you may have some future Hall of Famers too. So when you consider maybe if you want to vote for a Hall of Famer, you might want to take a look at this picture because they have some greats, all-time greats. A lot of the guys sort of range between 76, 75, and 85 in that picture. But again, it is open to everybody on a yearly basis. I'm sure that both Matt and Tim would love to hear from you, as it is always open every year for those folks to go. They do great stuff there. They have a great little golf tournament that they actually play in a sort of a modified situation, and eat seafood and just retell, obviously, great stories from when they all played from the Colonels. Great thing that they do there. Got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more sports here on Bayou Time Sports.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.